Greetings. It's Vaygrim on a Monday episode of Vaygrim's Chance. I am sorry that I didn't have a Friday episode last week. I got hit with a really bad cold and I couldn't actually record without and all sorts of other gross noises. I have finally figured out the Monster Dome, and I think I'm going to finish it off now the way that I've got it set up now. But I wanted to explain it first and let you know what the method to my madness was. Specifically, I wanted individual controls. If some people want to stock up on a specific kind of thing here, if they need specifically a certain kind of a monster head, maybe I don't have enough of those yet, well, they could come turn this on and run it for, for a little while and get what they need. So I figure we've got, ender pearls. I've got tons of ender pearls now. We've got some Enderman heads. I've got creeper heads, creeper hearts. I am getting those. I just don't know why I'm not getting as many of them. I don't have creepers set up yet. Duh. I only have zombies, Enderman, witches, and cave spiders. The cave spiders are just like normal spiders. They're just a lot poisonous if you get bitten by them. So they're dropping spider eyes and string. I think I'm even getting spider eyes from the witches, I think. Or is that fermented? No, I don't think I get fermented spider eyes from them. Yeah, I get spider eyes and sugar. And I get witch's hands, random potions, empty glass bottles, and glowstone and redstone. The glowstone and redstone aren't kept here. They're kept back in the main building, the main central tower. But here's what I wanted to go over things for you. Okay, first of all, the buttons are really easy. Each button is tied to a specific thing. This button is tied to a transmitter. It's hidden. Oh, I didn't uncover this part. Let me open this up. Hang on a second. I think it's over here. Yep. Okay. This is Killer Joe's transmitter. Basically, it goes in a redstone line all the way over here, and it goes up and connects to him. That's his on switch, and I put him on a separate on switch because I have realized that there's a little bit of a lag time between turning off the actual spawners and them not spawning anymore. Plus, if you turn it off, you might already have 5 or 6 Endermen going. So I decided not to tie Killer Joe to the actual spawners. I decided instead to have him run on his own switch. Now, second is the fans. The fans at the back, you can actually turn those on and off if you need to. But I am considering putting those on the same switch as Killer Joe because it doesn't make sense having them on separately. They're either going to be on when Killer Joe's on or they're going to be off because he's off. So I might consolidate those two. We'll see. As of right now, though, Killer Joe has his own switch. Then over here, I've got a hole right here. Whee! I am using night vision goggles. I put down the cave spider spawner, and immediately ran across a problem. Because I forgot, cave spiders only spawn in 1 block high, while spiders only spawn in 1 block high spaces, which is kind of inconvenient in the grand scheme of things. What this means is, if I had an air gap underneath the floor, like it was here, boop, they would spawn there. They need a 2x2 air gap. So I raised up the bottom floor and filled in all the air gaps around the spawners. Pretty much that this raised up area stops right about here because the spawners don't reach this far. So as you can see right down there, there's an air gap down there. So the spiders will only spawn above the actual floor now. Yay. I have, you're going to wonder what's going on here. Well, I had a little bit of a problem. I would put down, I don't really need the transmitters. I would put down a receiver and then pair a button to it. But I ended up getting a whole bunch of receivers that were stuck on channel 3. I'd put it down, pair a new button to it, and they would pick channel 3, but that was already used. Channel 3, channel 3, channel 3. So there's a bug with something in this pack that is affecting RF tools, and I actually don't think it's RF tools. I'm wondering if it's something outside of RF tools that's interfering with it, but it is a bug nonetheless. So the way that I cured this is I put down a transmitter. It picks a channel randomly. I then right-click the receiver on it and pair it. Put down another one, channel 7, channel 5, channel 6, and I paired them individually, and I will keep doing that. The more spawners I add this direction, I will put more, and over here even, I'll put more transmitters and receiver pairs. Then I can pair the button to either one of these, the receiver or the transmitter. Doesn't matter. You just shift right click and it picks the channel. So all of these are individually set. Now they're all in the same thing, but as you notice, they have different colors. This one is blue. Red, yeah. This one is either brown or green. That's green. And there's brown. Yay. So over here, like I said, these are the actual fans. What I am considering doing, though, is pairing these up to the same receiver channel as Killer Joe. I have not done that yet, but I am working on it. I'm going to actually put the floor back now real quick and get everything working. Oh, by the way, these things are set to a strong signal. This is very important. Strong signal here. So that means I have to have a block here, a block here, a block here. And these blocks get lit up with a redstone signal, and that powers the fan. Now, here's the other important thing. Let me see if I can get... Where's my... Yeta wrench? There it is. I made a Yeta wrench because I needed one. Shift left click. We can actually pick that. This is not a strong signal. I cannot stress this enough. I accidentally was setting these to strong signals, which means this block was getting lit up, and it was activating this one with a signal also. So I would turn on Enderman and also be spawning zombies, or vice versa. If I turned on zombies, all three would run at the same time. So you do not want a strong signal down here. Just leave it as default. Leave that unchecked when you're doing this setup. It's very, very important. I accidentally did that, and sure enough, it really started messing up the fine-tuned functionality of things. So I'm very pleased with this setup. I'm going to probably rearrange some of the parts over the next few days, but this is the basic mechanic. This is how it works. You put down transmitter and receiver pair. Well, you put down a transmitter, right-click it with the receiver to grab the channel. Then you can right-click the receiver with a button, or I think it's shift right-click, and grab that channel, basically. And that will let you use that button wirelessly. I don't know if there's actually a range on the screen buttons. I don't think there is, because in my Season 2 build for my castle, I had some pretty extreme distances between control buttons and shields. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to research that. I can't remember. But I don't think there is, because I've got a pretty good distance gap from this stuff down there to up there. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Get this. Nope, come here. Here we go. So, I have ironed out all of my other problems over here, as you notice. Boop. I think these are a little faster than the MFR ones. I don't have a vacuum chest anymore here. I don't need one there, specifically because the conveyor belts move all of the mob drops. See, Killer Joe actually will kill mobs all the way out to, I think, about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can hit guys and kill them all the way out here. But if they die, their mob drops just get pulled over here. And I put the vacuum chest up. So if it's actually raised up, it pulls the items up off the actual conveyor belt. If it's on the same level or lower, it drags them and the conveyor belt doesn't want to let go. That's where I ran across problems. Now, this solves the problem of having items pool up at the edge of the conveyor belt or having EXP pool up at the edge of the conveyor belt, because now the XP orbs get shuffled straight to Killer Joe. No problem at all. We have a wireless charger hidden back here. Let's go all the way back up here. And I actually need to grab that, put it back. If we turn off our night vision, you can see just how dark it is. I'm going to, I think our vacuum chest got some of our other blocks that we picked up. I'm going to actually turn this off. And let's just put it over there right now. We're going to go up here. I am going to do a caged ladder from catwalks all the way down. I'm going to do the same thing over there just in case somebody shows up that can't fly. So you left click, turn on Killer Joe and the fans. I'm going to link those together. I don't see the reason it's having them separate. Then, and the conveyor belts always work. Then let's do zombies and witches. How about that? And if we want to, we can go down here. You can see the fire on the spawners. They do take a minute to warm up because I do not have capacitors in them. Now, I stated this, the first episode that I was talking about how I was going to build this, I stated that I am not going to put capacitors in these spawners. What is the first comment that I received? One of the first. Vaygrim, you need to put capacitors in your spawners. They'll spawn larger numbers and they'll spawn them faster. Yes, but the more capacitors you have in these, the greater the power draw. That's the problem. I don't have a power infrastructure to support these things with capacitors in them yet. We're going to have to do a big reactor, and that is going to be one of the builds I want to actually tackle today. Or start getting ready for. I need to make the parts. I need to do some calculations. Now you see all this stuff that's flying. It picks up off the conveyor belt and flies towards the vacuum chest. Because I raised the vacuum chest above ground level, that automatically solved all the problems. So everybody that suggested relocating the vacuum chest, good call, good suggestion. I'm glad I listened to you. The only thing that you'll see bundle up down here, that little ball of light, is actually the Vs that is dropped, the aspect from Thaumcraft when you kill a mob. And I have nothing that can gather that. All the experience gets grabbed, everything else gets grabbed, and that stuff will disappear. It'll despawn. See, it's all gone. It doesn't last but like half a minute tops. Doesn't even last a full 5 minutes of item despawning. It fades out pretty quick. So I don't have to worry about that. This is a really good system. It really does work. What I might have to do is put another fan there and another fan there just to make sure I have full width blowing across. Then I'm going to have to experiment. If I make a blaze spawner and put it down here and the blazes start coming out, are the blazes going to want to fly the first time they get hit? Because you notice those witches are taking 2 or 3 hits from the actual ender sword that Killer Joe has. It's not a one-hit kill. So, see, 1, 2, 1, 2. He has to hit stuff at least twice. So if he hits a blaze, is the blaze going to want to fly up? Also, do I have enough space to actually do ghasts in here? I think it would be cool to be able to do ghasts and ghast tiers. I don't know if I have the space to do it. I mean, I know I do. I have plenty of space. I intentionally built this large enough so I could spawn ghasts in here. But I don't know if they're going to want to immediately start flying or if I could bottle a ghast up in the actual attractor and have them go this way. We're going to have to experiment. Let's turn these guys off. This is why I have Killer Joe separately. See, I still had a witch left. Then we could just turn on, let's say the Endermans. Now that I don't have a vacuum chest right there to pick up drops out here, I don't have to worry about people getting stuck in the vacuum chest or that weird little lump of a block that I had sitting there. So now I can spawn Endermen. They'll get pushed by the fans onto the conveyor belt and everything works. Nice. It's simple. It's a lot smoother. And I'm definitely glad that I changed the design. Where are the Endermen? Come on, Enderman. Yep. Just got to give it time. There we go. You see, they get cranky. That's 4 or 5 hits. I don't know how many. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's about 4 hits, basically. So yeah, really cool. I'm very glad I've got this. I'm opened it up for business on the for the rest of the guys on the server. I've got tons of armor that I'm accumulating from the zombies. I'm going to get even more, and I'm going to get bows and arrows when I actually get the skeletons in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the bows that are unrepaired will show up here, and I'll get the repaired ones as they get repaired. I'll just have to come over here and put them here one by one by one. The arrows I can put in one of these, and it'll be a self-solving problem. No big deal. Yeah, so that is the entire setup. Let's turn off the spawners. See, we've still got 2 out, which is why I don't want to link Killer Joe to the spawners, because we could have monsters sitting down there. But I do see no point in, I mean, I do see good idea in linking the fans and Killer Joe together, because I'm never going to want to have just the fans running or just Killer Joe. It's always going to be both or neither. So let's go back to the central tower and start looking. I need to measure. Do I actually have a tape measure? I have packing tape. I thought I had a tape measure. Let's put that back. Whoops. No, what? You come here. Oh, yeah. I'm going to, since I'm not dwelling in the monster dome, and even when you're walking around the top of the monster dome, you can keep your item magnet on. It doesn't mess with it at the top. That's why I made the distance so great from top to bottom. So I wouldn't have to worry about that. I'm going to leave that there. I do not have measuring tape. So let's go make one. I need to measure out what I want to do. Wow, I can spell. I swear. Honest. Okay, I want one of those. And there we go. And then I want the difference on that. Boop. Measuring tape. Now down to the actual power core. This has been fairly empty for a long time. I've had a lot of dead space down here, but now I actually have, I need to replace these with EIO conduits so I can actually, well, actually, no, I can put covers on this. I just don't think they're going to cross mesh with the normal blocks. Okay, over here, I'm thinking, right here, I've got tons of space, but how much space do I have? If I put one right there and then I come over to about here, that is 8 blocks. And I'll still have vertical clearance straight up, which is not bad because I was going to do a 7x7x7 reactor, I think. But now that I think about it, that's 6 across. If I go from here over to here, yeah, I might do an evens reactor. I normally do odd numbers. I have this design that is 7x7x3. It's 7x7 and it's 3 blocks tall. It's only one. The inside is only 1 block thick, and it used to work great. Back in season 2, it was a wonderful reactor design. But I think I might just do a 6x6x6 cube. Okay, if this is eye level, wait a minute. Let's put this here, and I'm at eye level right now. Yeah, okay, so that's 7 blocks tall, which means if I did a 6x6x6 cube, it's going to come to just under here. Now, the reason why I'm thinking about this is because I want to start it off as a reactor and then change it eventually to a steam generator. So it makes steam for a turbine. Not going to get used that way initially, but that's what I'm thinking. So let's get... wait a minute. This is 2 blocks. That's 6 right here. So if I did right here, I think I want to put that back. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means there's no room to walk around the back. That's no bueno. So let's put that there. I'm going to move you back. It's going to be under it by 1 block. I need more of these. Okay, so that's going to be the footprint of the reactor. I'll be able to step off, and it'll come up to basically right there. That's where it'll come up to. Why do I not have... Anyway, I'll revise that design flaw here in a minute. So I'm going to make a 6x6 reactor. It's going to actually have a 4x4 inside core, 4x4x4 inside space. I'm going to have to experiment with some designs, but honestly, I'm considering doing the center rods like this, and then making cryotheum all on the outside. It's a little hard to do offset designs. See, if I did like that, I could do that, and I could put cryotheum in the actual gap chambers. It looks a little offset from the outside, though, and I don't like that. Asymmetry does bug me sometimes. I don't know, but we've got enough space where I could actually put the insertion of yellorium and the removal of cyanide back here, or over here. I could put it on this side. I could actually have the power tap on this side and put the controls on this side. So the power taps could come out over here, or what I'm tempted to do is just put a tesseract directly against the power tap, specifically because tesseracts have no power transmission cap, which means if I did that, I could actually transmit power from this reactor as fast as something connected to that actual tesseract could consume it. So I'm still thinking about designs. If I did... Whoa, no. If I did this, it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, which is basically twice as many fuel rods per layer as if I did this, because this is only going to be 4. So if I did it the other way, I'd have 16 fuel rods, because it's going to be, no, it's not 16. It's going to be 8 times 4, which is going to be 32. And if I only did it this way, it's going to be 16. So, I mean, I get twice as much. I might do it that other way. I might actually stagger it. And I'll just close it up. I'll leave all the glass off it, because otherwise it's going to bug me. But if we actually fill it with cryotheum, we can actually get some really good power yields off of this. We'll get twice as much, twice as many fuel rods inside the actual container. And yeah, so I'm going to spend this time between this episode and next episode actually building the parts. In the next episode, on Wednesday's episode, I want to assemble it all, get it plugged in, get it working, and generally get the actual observatory lit up power-wise. I'm going to call it quits here. Thank you very much for being patient with some of my downtime on this past week. No Forgecraft 1 episodes, no Vaygrim's Chance episodes on latter end of the week, specifically because of my cold. I really do appreciate you guys being so cooperative and so forgiving about some of these things that happen. But I am starting to get kind of frustrated with the fact that, like, first the YouTube ingestion server problems hit and really messed with my schedule. Then it was cold, so I'm really raring to get back in the schedule, get back in the saddle, so to speak. Hopefully, we can actually get things ironed out and get back on schedule this week. I will see you folks later. Have a good Monday. Bye-bye.